spare time, just waiting for some friends of mine.
Hi everyone, David here, and a happy new year to you all. Welcome to the first video of the Britpop Buzz YouTube channel for 2025. I'm so excited to get started for this year, and I'm really looking forward to the things that are coming up. You've got loads of big bands going out on tour. You've got Supergrass, you've got Boo Radleys, you've got Ocean Colour Scene and Cooler Shaker, and of course you've got the big boys himself, Oasis, going on tour. I'm so excited for things that are coming in this year. There's loads of 30th anniversaries, with it being 2025, the 30 years since 1995. So I'm expecting to see lots of new releases, especially anniversary things, being re-released this year. I can't wait to provide news. In this video, I'm going to talk about things I've picked up in December. I'm going to talk about some things I missed out on over the Christmas period, New Year period. I did miss out on a couple of pieces. I'm also going to take a little look at things I got for some of the things I got for Christmas. I want to talk about some things I'm actually going to be looking for in 2025 to add to my collection. Let's get started. So, back in December, I always say that I'm looking to buy things in bundles because they're cheaper and probably better value for money. In regards, when I say that, it's in regards to the way CD prices are going, and I'm going to talk about that more in another video that's coming up in another week or so about CDs and the prices, and is there a CD revival going on right now and things like that. But I'm going to shelf that for now. Like I said, it's going to come up in another video. But I picked up a jean bundle for just under £10, and there's five albums in that, which I thought was really good value for money. When I see Olympian on its own from Jean going for £4 plus, a lot of sellers trying to sell that, and there was a bundle earlier in the year that I didn't go for, that was £15 for 3. I was reluctant to buy that. I did try and barter him down, but he wasn't having any fit. But this one, I snapped it up under a tenner, happy with that. So I picked up Jean's debut album, Olympian. Now these are in release order, they're just in the order of the pile that I picked them up in. So that's Jean Olympian. Got Libertine. Got Revelations. Got Drawn to the Deep End. And finally, To See the Lights. Now, Jean, really good band. They do get overlooked, I feel. They're underrated. Don't get talked about. To say that they managed to stay together and release 4+ albums, you know, it's more than some bands did. Some bands didn't even manage to get one album. Some managed only to get one album. I feel that they should take this opportunity to get back together this year, with it being 30 years since 1995, and jump on that bandwagon of the sort of Britpop revival maybe that people are talking about. Definitely take advantage of it, because people would love to see Jean fully back together, playing some shows. And while I'm still going on about that, let me know your thoughts on Jean. What's your favourite Jean album? I have to say, mine is Drawn to the Deep End, I think. Definitely my favourite Jean album. So I picked up this flyer for the Essential Music Festival from 1996, and I picked this up. It's in really good crisp condition. It was on the 25th to the 27th of May in Brighton in 1996, and for this there was 3 specific days. You had, I'm going to open up and show you now, the Dance Day, Indie Day and a Reggae Day. Now the Dance Day and the Indie Day and the Reggae Day, not really my cup of tea. But if you take a look at the bands that were on the Indie Day, that is a right good lineup. It's one of the best festival lineups of the 90s. You had Lightning Seeds, Echo Belly, Menswear, Marion, Northern Uproar, Whipping Boy, Chumbawamba I wouldn't be so bothered about, but Super Fur Animals, Drugstore, Catatonia, Orgy Web, The Gyres, Strangelove, Naturals, Cable, Cecil. Just that bit alone there is amazing. Then in the splash tent, you had Ocean Colour Scene, Reef, Baby Bird, Cooler Shaker, Honey Crack, Then the Blow Up Tent, you had James Taylor, My Life Story. You know, that whole indie day, right good lineup, amazing. If you was there, let me know what if you was there. Let me know what that was like. I'd love to know your thoughts on that. That must have been a right good festival to have been at. So yeah, I picked that up. Really good. Right. What next? So, as well as the Gene CDs, I did pick up a couple of more obscure albums and an album and an EP. I'm going to save them till the end. Right, let's take a look at. So for Christmas, I got 3 CDs. I got the Definitely Maybe 30th Anniversary Edition. Picked that up. Really crap. Gonna give that a bashing. I got the re-release of Up to Our Hips in this digipack with the second disc of B-sides and I want to say rarities, not rarities, remixes, that's the word I'm looking for. This is the 30th anniversary, it says on the hype sticker that I've kept on there. 30th anniversary expanded edition because it's not been remastered, that was it. I remember a few people complaining that it hadn't been remastered. Doesn't really bother me that much. I have a copy there in jewel case, which is always going to be better than the digipack, but it's nice to have a different front cover. And that's something else I'm going to talk about in regards to the CD revival video I'm putting together for another day. So that's that. I also got Blur Live at Wembley. This is 2 disc edition. I'm saying it like there's a different edition. There isn't a different edition. It opens up and it's really nice. The whole Wembley scene there, the boys in the middle. Now, I've ripped this into a digital format and I took away CD1 and CD2 and I put it all to renumbered half of it so that it just played as one. It plays as one full show now if I want to listen to it on my phone or through the TV or whatever. I don't have to swap discs. I can just put it on and play. And it plays the whole thing all the way, the whole show all the way through, no breaks. Really good. I enjoyed that. Also, I tend to get books at Christmas time. I don't tend to get books through the year. That's when I normally ask for them around my birthday and Christmas because they're only a month apart in November and December. And this year I got Oasis What's the Story by Ian Robertson. This is the revised edition that came out, I'm sure it came out only last year. Got that. And I finally got 3.5 Minutes of Fame by Alex Boucher. Now, me and Alex often have a little chat on Instagram together, and I'll share the link to the interview that I had with Alex from early back in 2024. It's a really good chat, and he's very active on the social media, showing off his record collection and also talking about his book. I was really pleased to finally get a copy of this, and I can't wait to actually start reading it and the stories inside of it. I'm looking forward to reading that. So yeah, that's the things that I've picked up myself and I've received at Christmas and things as gifts. So now I'm going to take a moment to share with you 2 things that I missed out on over Christmas. And the first one that I did was a piece of menswear memorabilia. It's on your screen now. Was a promotional alarm clock with menswear Sleeping In written on it. It was tying with the single release of Sleeping In itself. I was eventually outbid on it, which I was a bit gutted about, to be honest with you, because as a menswear memorabilia collector, I really wanted that piece. I've never seen one before, and I really wanted to just have it here on display, battery fully working, but I missed out. So I don't know if I'll ever see one again. That's the first one I've seen in 5 years. I've never seen another one, but I will definitely keep my eyes peeled for that. If you have one and are willing to let it go, or you know someone who's got one, I would like to really get in touch with them and see if they'd be willing to part with it. But like I said, I missed out, so yeah, gutted about that. I'll keep my eyes peeled and hopefully another one will come on sooner rather than later. Now the next thing that I missed out on, and it should be on screen now, was an Oasis poster magazine from back in the 90s, and I particularly wanted this not just for the Oasis pictures that was in it, but because on the front it has the word Britpop itself. And that's one of the things I'm going to start tying to the next section of this video. I am actively going to be looking for things from the 90s or early 2000s that actually have the word Britpop on them, whether it be magazine covers or poster magazines like this one, or flyers, or guides and things like that. Things that actually have the word Britpop written on them. And I'd like to put like a little display collage just to show it off, if you know what I mean. There's something I'm going to be actively looking for online and on car boot sales and Facebook Marketplace, things like that. So if you do have anything yourself, or you know anyone, if you see this Oasis poster magazine anywhere, please let me know. So yeah. And another thing I'm going to be actively looking for this year, I have got to get the single release of Pop Scene by Blur. It's where it all started, you know what I mean? It's where the movement started, the music, the clothing and all that. So I definitely want to get that added to the collection. I would like it on CD, I would like it on vinyl, I would also like an in-store display poster from back in the day in good condition would be nice. I'd like a full thing of it just to make, you know what, this is where the first song, Pop Scene by Blur, it started there. I'd like that. I think it'd look really good. What else am I going to be actively looking for this year? I've got it written down here next to me. That was it. I'm looking to expand my shoegaze collection a bit more than it currently is. I don't have a lot. And one thing I'm going to be actively going for this year, well, I say two things. I'm going to be actively looking for a full discography of Lush and also a full discography of Ride. Both of them together. I don't have anything Ride right now, but I only do have one Lush CD single. I think it's Shake Baby Shake. I normally keep all the singles away. I keep the albums behind me and the CD singles away somewhere else once I've made a digital copy. But yeah, definitely Lush and Ride. I'll be looking for bundles of them and cheap in the charity shops and all the other places, where you can pick stuff up really cheap. So any help with them would be greatly appreciated. One of my biggest goals I want to finish with this year is to actually get to 1,000 subscribers on the channel. I will still actively also be looking for menswear memorabilia. Not a lot of it around, I know they're in, but when it does come up, I am not going to be jumping on it and grabbing that. Depending on the price, obviously, depending on what it's going to be, push and pull. So yeah, that's that section out of the way. So now we're towards the end. I'm going to share with you now the two obscure, and I want to say deep cuts. There's Britpop deep cuts, then there's deeper, then there's deeper, and I feel these two are pretty on the deeper cut side of, you know what I mean? And this first one is by a late 90s band, and that is Via. And now Via were a small band. If you've ever heard of Via or remember seeing Via back in the day, please let me know. This is only a self-titled album, and Via, they sound like a watered down Pure Essence. That's how I'm going to describe them. A watered down Pure Essence, and this one popped up, and to be honest with you, for how rare and obscure it is, I got it at a steal for £2. Really happy with that. And I first heard Via about 3 years ago when I got this compilation called Toasted, and this includes the Via song Another Astronaut. And Another Astronaut is probably their best song, I would feel, out of their whole itinerary of what I have, if that's what you want to call it. But if you are interested in listening to Via, you can actually find this on Spotify. It is on Spotify, the whole album is up there by them. Definitely worth checking out, giving it a listen. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you ever remember seeing Via. Definitely a deep cut in terms of 90s indie music, that one. And if you don't remember Via, you're definitely not going to remember this next band, because this is even deeper. You know what I mean? There's them levels of deep when it comes to indie in the 90s, and this is deep. This next one is a band called Caustic and the Jazz Planet EP. Now, Caustic, as far as I'm aware, didn't release an album, and this is there's only 4 songs, it's an EP, and I can't really describe Caustic in any way in what their jazz sounds like. It's very spacey is what I want to say. They have unusual sounds in there, and definitely not your usual type of guitar music fare that you would have got from the 90s. This was also released in 1998, but I know they did release some stuff earlier. If you actually look for Caustic online, you will find a website where you can download all their music. So yeah, and this is actually on YouTube on someone else's channel. If you want to go check that out, definitely go have a look for that. Now, and with that, I did get a couple of press release sheets that came with it, so I'm just going to share that one with you now. This is Caustic, the blagging letter. Well, the media opinion, so what some people thought about them at the time. And what's this last one? It's just a picture of Caustic, the band. It's not a very good picture, I have to say. So let me share with you what Melody Maker. There we go. What did Melody Maker say of Caustic? Caustic, bless, are trying very hard to be lo-fi and math rock like Slint. It's not actually that bad. Yeah, it's not bad. I've never heard of any of the other things on here. At the bottom, audience member in gloomy Camden venue. F off and get yourself some proper jobs. Aquamarine said, more rather good noise pop from Caustic. Hints of Blur / Carjacks and Emblemish. Well, they've got their own ideas as well. I'm guessing this must be a fanzine. Cream of the Crop said, destined for the stars band, screaming girlies, the lot. So it sounds like it was getting a little bit of praise in the right circles, but I'm guessing it never really took off for them. Let me see what it says here for the history. Caustic were genetically formulated in a test tube 2 years ago by the head of a major record label who was attempting desperately to manufacture a Britpop band. The experiment went tragically wrong. So success, they got some airplay on XFM when their demo was featured on the Gary Crowley Demo Clash, winning 3 consecutive weeks. I've spoke to Gary a couple of times on Instagram. I might hit him up and see if he remembers the band Caustic. Yeah. So yeah, that's Caustic for you. Like I said, you can find them on YouTube. There's definitely that EP on YouTube, and there's also a demo tape of theirs on YouTube. Something, I can't remember the exact title of it, but it's something like Wish Upon a Death Star, or maybe Death Upon a Death Star, something like that. Definitely go check them out. So that's everything I've got for you for this. Like I said, I hope you're having a great start to 2025, and I look forward to sharing with you all the 30th anniversaries and things that are going to be coming out. Please let me know if you're going to any of the shows that are coming up in the year. Like I said, the Supergrass, Boo Radleys, Ocean Colour Scene and Cooler Shaker playing together. That's going to be a really good show. And then you've got Oasis in the summertime, and Oasis have got Cass supporting and Richard Ashcroft. That's going to be a really good show, and let me know if you go into that one, because I'd really like to see some faces at that show. So yeah, one of my biggest goals I want to finish with this year is to actually get to 1,000 subscribers on the channel. So please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Also give it a thumbs up and leave any comments down below. It really just helps spread the word and get more eyes on the channel. You know what I mean? I really appreciate it. And if you are already subscribed, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.